Hi, it's regarding next video regarding free advice from men and what I propose are the dangers of the free advice from men. I have my personal opinions, but personal opinions can be good. But I want to show you some evidence. Personal opinion with evidence evidence is much more powerful. So I'm going to cover up now, and I'm going to show you some evidence as to why I say to currently, I'm not saying always, but currently avoid working with Reid and Fred. Well, I don't know Fred, but the evidence, I'm assuming if Fred, in English we say if you fly with the crows, then you get shot with the crows. So the fact that Fred is flying with Reid puts you in the same camp. So Reid is kind of making these statements against MKP, but I want to show you what one of the reasons I say to be cautious about working with Reid. So if you listen, I'll turn the volume up. Okay, listen to this. This is what he says about MKP.
My project does not get the kind of recognition, especially on the internet, that it deserves. It has literally saved men's lives. Now here's the website. If you go to mkp.org.
Right, I'm going to stop there. So MKP has literally saved men's lives. If that's not a recommendation, what is? I want to show that's Reid singing the praises of MKP. Here is a group which I've talked about, the ex-MKP Yahoo group, along with other groups. This is an MKP survivors group. I was a member for more than a year or two. I'm now not a member. I was a member while Reid was a member, but Reid was kicked out. He was disqualified. He was barred because he came onto the group saying that I know where the bodies are. The MKP bodies. I'm exposing the MKP leadership. He was quite quickly asked to show where the bodies are, and he couldn't. So eventually, the moderator of this group kicked him out because he felt Reid was giving mixed messages, which is exactly what I think Reid and Fred DeLucci are doing about their new workshop. So the other one is I just want to look. This is the I've showed you before, but this Houston court, which ruled against the Mankind Project of Houston, settles wrongful death lawsuit. So they were fined. The MKP Houston was fined $75,000 and various restrictions made against it. So the court ruled against MKP. So that's the three things I want to show you. I'm going to cover up now. So one is I personally have found Reid to give out mixed messages. He says this, but he does that. He was kicked out. He was kicked out of the MKP group because of that. So my experience of Reid nice man though he is, very joyful and inspiring, is actually he gives out mixed messages, which is not great for someone who's got care of your mental health to be doing that. The most important thing I want to say is that Reid and Fred DeLucci are experts. I mean, if you do something for 15, 20 years and you've done it hundreds of times, you know more about that than most people. You are an expert. Reid and Fred DeLucci will be offering Mankind Project processes and Mankind Project techniques on their next weekend. Neither Fred nor Reid have come out openly and said that the processes which the Mankind Project use are abusive, and Fred has said that they're planning to use these very processes on their weekend. And it's really bad because Fred and Reid, they're doing something that even the Mankind Project don't do. Fred and Reid are openly targeting vulnerable men from the 12-step community. Even the Mankind community sets a law against that. They don't invite men from a 12-step program until they've been clean for at least a few years. but Reid and Fred haven't made that clear. So I suggest that for various reasons Reid and Fred are not suitable. They're planning to use the very processes which the court ruled against. Reid Bear has a history of giving mixed messages, and the last thing, what was that? The other one I showed you on the internet. Kicked out. Reid was kicked out of the ex-MKP group. They're going to use the mankind process abusive techniques. I'm going to go to the computer because I've forgotten the last one. Here it is. All done. The last one is kicked out. Oh yeah, well, kicked out of that. He's going to use. Oh yeah. I've got it. So the last one is that although Reid Bear has left the MKP, his level of giving mixed messages is very worrying, because he still has numerous videos on the internet praising MKP. So I want to repeat, he still has numerous videos on the internet praising MKP. So I would caution. I would offer caution if entering into any agreement as regards your health with Reid Bear, because he's given out lots of mixed messages. Okay. So if you do go ahead and you get burned, if you do go ahead with Reid Bear and Fred DeLucia and you get burned and you've watched this video, then please know that you're making that choice by yourself, because excuse me, I'm warning you that in my humble opinion, both Reid Bear and Fred DeLucia are not stable, they are not suitable, they're unstable in that they're giving out so many mixed messages, they're unqualified, and they're using processes that a court recently ruled against, that there needs to be transparency, and that a mental health expert should decide if men are stable enough to be exposed to these processes. Okay, thank you, bye.